Hi Boat Builders, Larry Lalonde with Geodesic Aerolite Boats again. In this video we're going to cover the end of this boat pretty quickly. This is the infamous pink boat here. This is a prototype I built, and in one of our later videos we're going to destroy this for you, so that ought to be fun. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to do the ends. So one of the questions we get is, how do you use tape on the ends? How do you keep the finish, in this case the pink paint, from going through and taking off the heat and bond? So you see on this side I've got a piece of tape that I put over before I painted the boat. So this tape is enough to protect the heat and bond, but it'll still be covered by the rub rail when you put it on, so you won't be able to see it. So this will be fine, and there'll be adhesive in there to keep it waterproof. So that's what you just put a piece of tape down there and you peel it off when you're ready to go, and this is what you should have. The next question is, people ask how you are supposed to trim this. What's the best way to trim it? There's any number of ways. It's a question of what you feel comfortable with. I like to use a little box cutter knife, and I use my thumb as a guide and put the box cutter right below my thumb, and then just come right down through here. Make sure you got a good fresh blade on it, and you just come down through, and you'll be cutting the Dacron, and you'll also be cutting the Kevlar at the same time. And just keep the relationship between your thumb and the blade the same. Be safe. And when you get done, I missed a spot right there. When you get done, can't remember where I started, so. That's all there is to it. It gives you a nice clean edge all the way down. You can see it's pretty consistent because you keep the blade and your thumb in the same relationship. Wear a glove if you need to. And just keep on going like that. And that's how you trim it this way. If you get a spot that you miss a little bit, kind of go back in, cut it off, doesn't hurt anything. So we get those two questions a lot, so that's the way you do that. The other one's just a little trick. If you've seen our earlier videos, you know I love building little jigs to do repetitive things. This is for trimming off this piece right here. This is the part that attaches to your strong back, and you build the boat with this thing attached, and then you cut it off before you finish the boat, obviously. So this little jig is designed to just fit over the top, goes over the top of that piece. You tape it on if you need to, and then you just cut across here, and that'll leave about a 1/16 of an inch showing. If you want something that sticks up higher than that, you can use something thicker. But it's just a good, consistent way to get both ends done. It's very quick, very simple. This is a couple of small pieces of aluminum with some tape on. That's all the jig is. And it does give you a nice, consistent cut all the way across. So that's all we're covering on the end of this boat.